ladies and gentlemen, this is why you don't go a week without recording. Because you forget how to record. You forget, bro. So I went through episode 365, thinking that I hit the record button. Hit the record button for the screen that has the actual episode, but not my camera. So ran through the whole thing just recording my screen here and not my actual camera. And after I figured that out, I'm like, do I feel like going through it again? Should I just go to episode 366? Nah, I'm not going to do that. So what I'm going to do, because I messed that up, what I'm thinking is just to run through episode 365, explain what I was... I mean, to be honest, not really much happened in this episode. It was mostly just standing around, yelling, a bit more Luffy and Moria chasing each other around. Some more Absalom's creepy stuff. I mean, it wasn't really much happening, thankfully. I think the biggest thing that happened was Zoro using Santoryu. Santoryu is now back with Zoro's third sword now in his clutches. But we're back with some more One Piece, ladies and gentlemen. Last time we watched episodes 361 and 364, I already did this intro, but we're going to have to get through it again in episode 361. Usopp got his win, bro. Usopp got one of probably my favorite fight from him so far. Besides regardless of how crushing it was, Luffy versus Usopp was definitely a dope fight, just to see how far Usopp could go in terms of his skills and abilities. But this was definitely a dope fight to see, just seeing Usopp fend for himself, fight on his own, and I think it really lends to how much he's grown as a character. He's a lot more courageous now, no matter how pessimistic he may be. Granted, that did work for his favor in that fight. He's really grown a lot as a character, and it shows here. And I think him winning in this fight is definitely a big vote of confidence. It's definitely gonna push him forward a lot in the coming episodes, and can't wait to see where that brings him. Episode 362, Zoro gains another sword. He was able to take the legendary or demonic sword Shisui from Samurai Ryuma in their fight. He's able to return Brook's Shadow, and we finally have the return of Santoryu. The three-sword style is back, my boy. We're at it again here. Complete. This dude got so many demonic swords. Anyone fighting him might as well be fighting Satan, to be honest, because this fool is... Okay, episode 363. Sindri actually had quite a bit of a touching backstory. We got to learn just how much of a douchebag, hogback, douchebag is putting it lightly. Dude's just a straight, I don't even know, it's a psychotic villain. That's what he is. The dude is absolutely lovesick. I think lovesick is giving him too much credit. Like, I don't even know how to explain him, but straight dug up her grave, took her body, shoved... I don't even know how they make them ready for becoming puppets, but that's what he did to Sindri after an unfortunate accident. Just let the dead rest in peace, bro. I can't believe he went ahead and dug up her grave just so that you can have her. Like, oh god, you gotta be a special type of insane to be doing something that crazy. Episode 360, or no, wait, I didn't even feel that was like half of episode 360. The other half is how Sindri was able to break free of that. I don't know if it was her spirit or what, but it was able to basically hold her back and keep her from saving Hogback when Oars was coming in, and he just crushed him, which is great. Fitting in an ironic end right there. And she also teared up. She also cried. So that's big right there. I don't really know what that's gonna lend itself to mean for these other zombies. Like, maybe you'll do something. Like, now that I think about it, because I did watch most episode 365 now, there was a bit where Sanji was like hesitant or trying to like talk to Oars, thinking that Luffy was still in there, but it seems as though Oars has taken complete control, or Luffy's shadow is just completely gone. There are no more lingering effects. But maybe they showed that with Sindri to show that, or maybe foreshadowing how it might affect Luffy and his shadow, because however strong Sindri's I guess I don't know, like, what exactly allowed for her, or what even allowed for that to happen to the puppet. Is it her spirit was able to like be strong enough to sort of hold back the shadow fruit's power? I don't really know what's going on there. Or maybe it's the shadow that Moria put into Sindri that was fighting back, not Sindri herself. I don't know. I don't really know what was fighting back, because it's a different person's shadow within Sindri's body. So it's not her shadow in there. It's somebody completely different, but it's Sindri's body. So it's weird. But maybe maybe that has something to do with what they're gonna do with this Oars versus Straw Hats fight, because the way the fight is going, it seems like Oars is overpowering them greatly. But we're gonna run through the episode, and I'm gonna go through everything that we've seen. Episode 364 basically just sets up the Straw Hats versus Oars fight. Well, Straw Hats minus Luffy, because Luffy's just out here chasing Moria. But we get a lot of standing around here. The crew mostly stays in the same spot for like the first half of the episode. I'm not sure why. They just let Sanji sort of fend for himself against Oars. Maybe they just wanted to see what he could do. I'm not sure. But basically everyone's done their job except Sanji. He wasn't able to save Nami, who's still with Absalom. I don't know if that's going to run its course and Sanji's going to feel guilty or something like that. We might see how that goes for him. I really don't understand this. How is Moria running away from Luffy? This man is all body, no knees, man. He's got lower body and feet. Where are this man's knees? He ain't got no knees. How is he running away? His legs got ankle and then he's got some body. Like, that's how is he running away? I mean, he's bigger. He might have like bigger steps, but still, like that. I don't understand. Physics is broken in the show, bro. And then fucking Hilden snitching ass for like the whole episode, just complaining how much of a snitch this dude is. And then we get back to Absalom here. He's just over here trying to still marry Nami, and then he kisses Hilden. Actually, that would have been. I'm so mad I didn't record that bit. I was bugging over that. And then we get more Moria chase scene. I don't know what they're trying to do. It's the same thing they've been doing, sort of like holding back Luffy's fight for a very last, like, I don't know, like the save the best for last kind of thing. I don't want to say it's getting old. It sort of made sense for the other times they were doing this. Like for Crocodile versus Luffy, it made perfect sense. You know, they came into the Grand Line, that was it. This is his first big fight in the Grand Line, and he was weighing over his head. He really had to step back and think about his good like character development for him. With the big NL fights, it still made sense. You know, I know it was the whole Golden Ball thing or whatever. It was still kind of, the fight was still going. It just, that one, it felt like they just lost some momentum, but the fight was still going technically. With what was the next big fight? I guess it was just Eddie's Lobby against Lucci. That was sort of a chase scene, but not really. Like they were sort of just like, they just had a step ahead of Luffy. But the way they did that, all those bits, they felt like, you know, cohesive. Like the pacing was done well. Over here, I really don't understand what they're trying. Luffy should have caught him by now. Like, he has so many options. Like, he could actually run and catch up to Moria. He could go gear second and just instantly catch. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too much about it. But I really don't understand this chase scene. I don't know why they're holding Luffy back. I know why, but I don't understand how it works. This whole fight was confusing too. They stood there watching Sanji for like damn near half the episode, just like not doing shit. Like this man is bleeding and they're just standing there. Like they came in at the end just to help him out. Like you should have done this like 10 minutes ago. And then Sanji finally gets caught, and even though they come in right here to save him, like I think Usopp fires the first shot here, distracts him. Even though he does that, like he still like beams Sanji in the ground. Wait, where was it? He straight just tosses him into the ground. Like, yeah, it was right here. Look at this shit. Look how he throws him. Like, instantaneous. That was one frame that he was in air. Like, that dude was gone. He buried him. He runs at Usopp. Oars runs at Usopp. And then Frankie fires at him. So then he kicks their building down. Zoro runs at them. What is this? What did he do? This fool just like injected steroids into him. Like, look at this. That is so disturbing to see. Yeah, but Santorio is back. That's all good. 2 gorilla beheading. And then he slices tooth off here. And then he hits him back with the volcano. I compared that to, who remembers that SpongeBob balloon arm episode? That's what it reminded me of. I think I actually stopped at the part, I noticed like I wasn't recording my screen at the point where Robin catches Zoro, and that was like around where it was. Yeah, it was around here. Yep. Okay, so this is around the point where I stopped, so I could watch from here. Nothing's really happened yet, so it's fine. On from that mind. Oh man, so it seems as though the Straw Hats are getting a bit overpowered by Oars. A powered up Oars because of Luffy's shadow within him. I don't know what to say about it. The episode felt like it was sort of just leaning, I guess waiting rather for the next episode. You know what I mean? Like it was just kind of like everything felt slower, I guess you could say. Which I guess is what people were talking about when they were like saying, "Oh, this arc is a little bit slow." I thought I was gonna speed up here, but this episode felt like it dragged on. But we're gonna watch the next one here, episode 366. So let's get into it. All right, let's get into episode 366. Let's go. Okay, I'm ready for it. I'm ready. They built it up. Nami is free. She about to come in. I don't know what the fuck Luffy is doing, but look, man, the shine's got to be on the other Straw Hats, all right? Like, Luffy had enough shine in Enies Lobby, okay? He can sit in the back, bro. We know he's smooth, all right? We know he can rock it. Now we gotta see the other Straw Hats get into it, bro. Let's get into it. Episode 367. Not even gonna wait, bro. Not really much to talk about here. It's time to get right into the meat of it. Episode 367. Let's go. All right, episode 366. Let go. Wait. I think I remember him. We'd seen him somewhere. He was one of the Warlords, right? I think so. We've seen him once. Okay, my phone's going off. Well, let me mute this. We've seen him once. Was he the other Warlord next to Doflamingo? Episode 151, what was it? Kuma? Bartholomew Kuma, something like that? I think that was him. What do you want with Moria? Like we got a Warlord committee discussion, bro. You doing too much on this shit, bro. You need to chill out. Okay, that was a good episode. I like that. The team attacks coming in. I love it. Team attacks finally. Synchronized attacks have always been my thing. Even though I love team attacks so much, I'm not gonna bring up the anime that always has it. That always I always bring it up. I was gonna bring up a certain anime that I think a lot of people know I like to reference because it's my only anime reference. I'm gonna say it anyway. Dragon Ball Z. And they don't have too many, but you know when they do it, I love it. And same thing here. You know the characters enough for their own individual abilities. So when they're able to pull off stunts together, like just synchronize it, it's really fun to see, but also really interesting to see how they're able to match it all up. It wasn't like like how do I explain it? When I think team attack, I think of what Luffy and Zoro did on the sea train when they combined both of their attacks to make one big attack. This was more so working together and combining attacks, sort of like just following up on each other, knowing what everyone's gonna do. I think the most like combined attack we saw was Frankie and Chopper. With their double punch, so that was cool to see. Other than that, why is another Warlord here? We do not need this right now. What's scarier than one Warlord? Two Warlords, bro. We can barely handle one over here. Like, we do not need two fools out here. Like, why are you here, man? And why is he on their ship? Why is he on the Straw Hat ship? I mean, of course, they bring him here as a cliffhanger. Now we got to get into the next episode to see what the hell is happening. But I think that does it for this. This was episode 367. Let us get into episode 368. Let's go. All right, let us get into episode 368. Let us go. Jesus Christ. Okay. It's a new low. It's a very new low. I still... What the hell happened here, man? What is this? What are you? What is your power? He just sent her to hell. He killed her. That's it. She gone. She dust. Bye-bye. I don't understand. What is his power? What is his ability? It doesn't even look like ability. It just looks like what is this hand doing? Okay, I see it there. He's carrying a Bible. I don't know why. He's just flipping through the Bible before he kills someone. That's wonder why. I'm just every little thing they bring in just confuses me like 10 times more. Like they introduce one new aspect, and when I feel like I've understood everything, I haven't. Like they just bring something in, I'm like 10 steps back. I make one step forward, like okay, I'm understanding the flow, and it's just 10 steps back. Like who is he? Why? It just broke the whole pattern of everything that was happening. So this is the first time we've seen Kuma in action. We've only ever seen glimpses of him. I'm gonna say Kuma's ability with a question mark. I'm gonna say Perona Rip because she dust now. She little dust bunnies. That's what she is. Can't say I'm sad about it. I mean, I don't really care for her. Like, was there much to care for her about? She was a fun villain. She gave Usopp a good fight. I can respect her for that. But I mean, what else? Asking about Ace for some reason. I don't know what that's about. Asking about Ace. I don't know if that's going to lead to something. Maybe a follow up on the Blackbeard fight because there was no real. That was a cliffhanger basically. There was no follow up to that, or there was no real explanation to the ending of that or what happened. We're just sort of left on big explosion. What happened? You'll figure it out in the next like 200 episodes. Who knows? That's when we see an Ace like every 200 episodes. We saw him once like in Alabasta, and he'd been gone, and then wasn't that was the next time we saw him, right? I don't remember seeing him any other time. Yeah, there's that. There's episode 368. Let's get into episode 369 and see if we can make sense of this nonsense. Almost done with it here. Almost done with it, ladies and gentlemen. Just 2 more episodes to go. Let's do it. All right, let's get into it. Episode 369. Let's go. There we go. Got a whole bag of salt. And he saved Usopp. Okay, Brook out here with the save. I like to see that. All right, my boy Brook coming in clutch, man. There's a lot to unpack in this episode. So first and foremost, Blackbeard as a warlord. I'm assuming he's a warlord because of the fight with Ace, but why would that make him a warlord? Did Ace have a bounty and he turned him in? And then they're like, oh shit, you pulling in bodies, all right, become a war. I mean, I feel like there would be people that are better suited to come in for the spot. Like they don't have like, I don't know, fucking interns or something, like warlord interns that could come up and take this spot. I need to know why they chose him. I don't think I really understand the why. If it's a result of their battle or if it's something else. The whole idea of Moria and how he doesn't want to be seen as weak, I guess. Especially with his little mention of what happened to him in the New World. I'm assuming that's going to be his downfall. I think that's why they made it a point to bring that up here. But if Kuma stays in the back, I don't really know how they're going to beat them both. That this might have to be an escape here. And I don't really think they've ever escaped before. Have they? Well, Enies Lobby was technically an escape. It was sort of, they beat CP9 and they escaped the Buster Call. Everything before that, they basically finished up. I think Eni's lobby was the first real like time that they had planned an escape. And here, I don't really see them beating. I can see them beating Moria. I don't see them beating Kuma right after, because they beat these fool like Absalom, Hogback, all that. They had those fights, Perona, and they're a little tired from that. And now they're coming at Oars, and they're really tired from that. They're putting in work, but I mean it's gonna run up soon. And now Moria's in there too. So this is gonna take a minute to. This is a whole Warlord fight. So this is gonna take a minute, and then you have Kuma right after that. I really don't think so. I I doubt it. Like the way they're doing it is kind of switching it up because you don't really know who the big bad is and who's like we always have like um a clear strong villain that Luffy's gonna fight, then like a secondary that Zoro's gonna fight, and so on and so forth. This is more so a really big villain that they all need to work together to beat, and Luffy ain't even really here to come in with the assist. He just lost. Um, I don't know how they're going to go about it, but let's get right into the final episode of this video, episode 370. Let's go. All right, final episode of this video, episode 370. Let's go. Look at going the wrong way, of course. Okay, so Nightmare Luffy. Interesting does not explain my feeling for this moment. I'm intrigued. I'm more so caught off guard because it was a very sudden development that this is a thing. It's able to be done, and it was done to Luffy. Why? I mean, I know why. Now he's like apparently going to be super crazy strong. I'm guessing they gave him 100 shadows. So he has the abilities of 100 different. I mean, the first person they gave was a Marine, but I'm assuming they're just like a whole bunch of different people mixed in, like pirates and all that. Dude, imagine if like Moria takes the shadow of like some crazy ass people and you shove them into Luffy. Like, we don't know who those people are. They could be like, they could be like captains, Marines, or like what's it called? The little what was the name again? Um, the like division commanders of a pirate group or whatever, like people like that. We don't know if those people went into this man. Holy shit, Nightmare Luffy. So Nightmare Luffy is the result of 100 shadows being shoved into Luffy with the help of Moria's ability. Because it was Moria's ability that made stripping those shadows possible. And then you purify a zombie, you take the shadow and you shove it into someone else. Granted, it may not last long because it's like it's two souls basically within a living body, so they're gonna fight their way out. But within the time that it's in there, you have the power of both that original soul and the new soul that's added. But Luffy got 100 souls. That is wild. I don't even know what to say. We're stopping here? Oh my god. This is a horrible stopping point. Oh man, this was fun nonetheless. This is a nice little cliffhanger. I mean, every episode kind of feels like a cliffhanger at this point, unless it's the end of the arc. But this is a nice little episode here. Nice bunch of episodes here to get with. Good bunch of episodes, 6 episodes to start off December strong for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it just as much as I did. Now I'm about to get out of here and get to editing these videos, but I will for sure be seeing you guys in the next one. Peace.